Arsenal's number one target revealed. Let's get straight into the news. How's it going, guys? And welcome back to Punch Drunk Arsenal, your home to the latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. We've got some very exciting news on the transfer front for Arsenal. Breaking in the last couple of hours from Hand of Arsenal. Okay, it is an ITK account, just to put it out there, but he's one of the best, especially when it comes to Arsenal news. Quite renowned for his pre-match team news. He's usually quite correct with the team news coming out, so you can expect it to be some sort of credibility when it comes to these reports. And as I mentioned, it's very exciting news. Arsenal seem to be going all guns blazing for Rodrygo, the Real Madrid winger. According to Hand of Arsenal, some of the key representatives at Arsenal have already spoken to Rodrygo about a move this summer, as well as some of the players at the Gunners. You can assume it's probably the Brazilian boys, all three of the Gabriels. So as the report stated, that they've actually already spoken to Rodrygo about a move, and that he is the number one target for the winner position for Arsenal this summer. And what a signing that would be. He definitely would be the left wing sucker for the Gunners. We know his numbers are quite good, and we know that if you're a player that's played consistently for Real Madrid, you up there at the higher echelon of players on the market. I believe he scored around 14 goals and he got a couple of assists last season. So not like the most outstanding return ever. However, he has predominantly played out of position. He's predominantly played as a right wing, and we all know his preferred position is down the left, something which is the main catalyst behind his reason for wanting to leave Real Madrid. Apparently, he still needs to speak to Xabi Alonso and get some clarity regarding that decision from him. We all know it's very unlikely, though, that he's going to get his wish to play on the left in place of Vinicius Jr. So it's very likely that Rodrygo does leave Real Madrid this summer, and Arsenal seem to be at this moment in time the front runners for his signature. It would be a major coup from the Gunners if they actually do manage to seal this deal. It will be coming at a very hefty price, however, so that could be another factor that could play against the Gunners. But the position Arsenal in, they need to be signing the world's most elite players. As I mentioned, it could be quite a costly deal. It's going to be around £80 million to sign him. However, he is still only 24 years old, so he still has at least 6, 7, 8 years left at the top. Additionally, not just his transfer fee, his wage is also going to be considerably high. He'll probably be one of the highest earners at the club. There were reports out a couple of weeks ago that stated he's looking for around £300,000 per week, which would put him on par with Saka, where Saka's new deal putting him at $300,000, and he'd be the highest earner at the club. So that is something to take into consideration when we look at this deal. But like as I mentioned, if he comes to Arsenal, that would be the elite left wing signing we could make this summer. He's quite known for his dribbling, his link up play, as well as his finishing. He's quite a good finisher, and he reminds me a lot of Saka actually on the left. So we know Saka doesn't really have the biggest burst of speed. I don't think Rodrygo either has got the biggest burst of speed, but his ball control, his ability to manipulate space, he creates quite a few chances as well for his teammates. And just his ability to drift into the box, he's one of those players that's surprisingly good at just creating space and then getting the shots away. So in my opinion, if we're able to land Rodrygo, it would be the coup. It would be, in my opinion, it would be a bigger deal than the Verts to Liverpool one. It's an area which the Gunners desperately need to improve on. We saw, especially in the last couple of seasons, that Arsenal have become quite predictable in their style of offensive play. A lot of it goes through the right hand side of the attack, so through Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka. So that has made teams a little bit more predictable for teams to defend. They do know majority of our attack will be going through the right hand side. I think the addition of Rodrygo would also help someone like Declan Rice, who was arguably Arsenal's best player last season. If you add him and Rice next to each other, that link-up play will be something special. Kai Havertz likely to still start as the number one striker next season, despite whoever comes in. He's also pretty good at the link-up play. And then just allowing someone like Rodrygo to drift in from that left, link up with Kai Havertz, little 1-2 plays in the box, and then Rodrygo can get his shot off. I think it would be, guys, it would be an electrifying piece of business for the Gunners. And we know that Arsenal do actually have quite good relationships with Real Madrid. We've signed a couple of their players in the last couple of years. Obviously, starting with Mesut Ozil about a decade ago, he was the major coup. He was also one of those signings we didn't expect. However, he was a sensational player for the Gunners. In recent years, we've seen Dani Ceballos come on loan for 2 years, so pretty much a short permanent deal, if you could put it that way. Martin Odegaard also obviously coming on loan, and then the Gunners signed him on a permanent basis the following season. He's now Arsenal's captain. Not the best of seasons for Odegaard last year, but we all know that there's an extremely good player in there. We've seen him the seasons before the last one, how good he actually is. And I just, in my personal opinion, I think if we can actually land someone like Rodrygo, guys, it's one of those signings that just excites you for the next season. And like as I mentioned, the position Arsenal are in at the moment, you should only be looking at the world's best players to come into the side. Defensively, we've got one of the best defenses in the world. Midfield, we pretty much sorted. Zubimendi coming in as well is going to elevate us even more. And just talking about Zubimendi, if he's able to link up with Rodrygo as well, we know he's got a good passing range, so you'll be able to feed the ball into Rodrygo. And Rodrygo is going to be someone that, if he does come to Arsenal, is going to be someone that has a point to prove. He's going to be electrifying down that left hand side. He's going to be a player that's going to want to show why he wants to play down the left and why Real Madrid made a mistake by letting him go. The deal is nowhere near complete yet or anything like that. There's still a lot of factors that have to go into this deal. Obviously, he still needs to speak to Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso mentioned in his first press conference that he's going to rely on Rodrygo this season. But if you just consider the amount of numbers that they do have in attack and Rodrygo's unwillingness to continue playing on the right, this is a deal that's definitely there to be made. And it does seem like Arsenal's interest is very credible. This has been a story that hasn't gone away. It's been spoken about in the media quite a lot over the last couple of weeks. And yeah, just as I mentioned, guys, this is one of those signs that just excite you for the upcoming season. What are your thoughts, guys? The sign of Rodrygo, I don't even have words for it. I think if we can pull this one off, it would be magical. Would you guys be excited for Rodrygo coming in? What are your thoughts? Please let me know in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to smash that like button and follow Punch Drunk Arsenal for your latest Arsenal news and transfer updates. Cheers, guys.